Welcome back, everybody, to the next episode of the Freeskates podcast. I'm Jeff, and this is Gabe, and today we have some very special guests on the show. Right off the bat, we're going to be talking with Matthieu, or FireSix, as you may know him, and we're going to be talking about the community montage, which is this really cool video that he put together that you should definitely check out, and we're totally going to link in the description. And then after that, we're going to be talking with Marco, who's actually a co-founder of JMK, and Matthieu together. We want to know their backstories and what's going on with Europe when it comes to free skating. So
let's get into it.
Let's get into it. Yeah, get into it. Welcome to the podcast, Matthieu. So excited to have you on here.
I'm glad. Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, no problem.
And it's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Yeah.
So today we wanted to talk about the community video that you made and kind of how it came to be, why you made it, what you learned from the video, the struggles that you had. Just talk about it.
Okay. Yeah, there's quite a bit to say. So first I had the idea with some skater doing this. I think I saw the video with Rishi Jackson. I don't know if you know this guy on Instagram. He's a skater who do amazing things like on skateboard, very original. So I saw this video and I thought, oh, it would be cool if we do this on Freeskates.
Yes.
So I tell this to my French Freeskates friend, and then we began to talk about it, start the first video, and when we had 3 videos, I uploaded on Instagram, and then many people responded. It was very, very crazy. At first, I didn't believe it at all.
Did you expect many people to respond at first, or how many did you expect?
No, absolutely not. I didn't think it was going this big, honestly. So I thought maybe 20% would be great at first, and we ended up with more than 60 submissions. So
wow,
it's good.
Crazy.
Yeah, that was awesome. I mean, and you had the idea of sort of reaching out to the community because you had previous interactions with the community, right? Like you've been to Japan, and so you already knew true. A lot of people that sent you videos.
Yeah, and it helped that I know the basics of Japanese, so it's great sometimes to talk with them with some video. Yeah.
That's so cool.
But Kevin Lee helped a lot with the Chinese rider. Without him, I would have no video of Chinese. So
Kevin
really,
Lee is awesome.
Yeah, he's definitely one of the Chinese riders that has a little bit of English down to the point where he can definitely help
that's
out.
True.
So
thanks to you too, because you share the video on JMK Ride. So I think that helped to let the montage know, I think.
Yeah, we were definitely happy to share it because it's just such a great thing that you were just trying to get the community together, and we want to encourage that and help in any way we can. So
yeah, we love the community, and seeing everyone in one video like that was just so exciting to us. Like, I watched. I don't know how many times I watched that video, but it was
really. Thank you.
And I think
it was.
It might have been John that said it, but it was only a taste of what it feels like to be in Japan or in China at a competition with all these different riders.
That's true.
It felt the same because you see all these people in one place, but just actually going there is on such a larger scale. So we want to get people pumped up about that. Which is what that video did. I had a question. What was the rider you were most surprised to see participating in the video?
On the video that most surprised me, I think we saw it easily because on the music, at the drop on the music, there's the cube of cheese who grab the free skates and then launch on the road, and then he grabs the free skate and do a 180 and launch it.
It kind of came. The one. Are you talking about the one at the board at the beginning, and then it goes over, and then you see?
Yeah.
That one came out of nowhere.
Yeah, I was
really
very
cool.
surprised, and it was good to have that kind of originality on the montage.
I think the second drop was Amin doing like the dual impossible like CrossFit or something.
From Amin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a very good video too. And from the Tang Yuan, I think, doing the 4 stairs jump, it was also nice for me.
Definitely. I wanted to ask about the editing. So I was super impressed because when you look at the editing of each clip, like even like at first you would think it's just all of the ones that throw the skate go to the ones that catch the skate. But it's not as simple as that. You actually looked at the speed and the angle of where, of how they threw.
It took me a lot of time just to figure out the speed and the angle.
So did you like have to rank it or something? Like how did you match these up?
Well, on my computer I still have it. So I have one folder for the video, and I separate it on 4 folders. So a folder for launch at the beginning and a launch at the end. Second folder for a launch at the beginning and a roll at the end. And then a roll at the beginning and a launch at the end. And a fourth folder for the roll at the beginning and the roll at the end. And it surprised me because the number of video was pretty good. Like if you have 3 roll, you have to have 3 roll launch also.
Nice.
Do you? Yeah.
Yeah, I understand. So, like it's like even distribution between all of them.
Yeah. You have to have a
that's
good
cool.
distribution.
Yeah, that people did that already. Yeah, and like even the angles too. Like I remember.
And so
it was like Peaks. Stefan, he shucked his skate like really far, and then who was it? Someone caught it. Was it like Nate or someone?
It was Nate.
he caught the skate like he was catching a football punt. Like it was like the farthest.
Yeah.
It was awesome, and then I was like, "That's the perfect match."
And so face off who threw the skate like tipped. Yeah. And so. Oscar grabbed it also.
Where it was like on the side.
Yeah.
That was cool too. Yeah, that's awesome.
I requested that video, but Nate did it on purpose on his own.
Yeah.
I didn't ask, and so I thought it was cool that he did it just by himself.
Right. Yeah, and you were getting those videos in like in separate orders, and you rearranged and stuff. So. Very impressive editing. I loved that, and
thank you. It was fun to make.
One of my favorite parts, I think I mentioned in the comment, was the more comedic, funny parts where you said pro rider, and it was you diving through the frame. How did you come up with that, or why did you put that in there?
At first, I wanted to do it on purpose, like do a fail. Video. So I just threw my skate, and I wanted to fake the fall. So I fell, but it really hurt me a bit in the end. So
you okay?
But
hope you're okay.
Yeah. It was.
Were you wearing the wrist
guard? Yeah.
Okay.
I wear it, so. Yeah.
Cool. Always skate safe.
Yeah.
I think. It's maybe like more of a testing for everyone. Not everybody will do original video because they don't know at first, because this is the first video of community montage. But maybe on the next they will do more crazy stuff like cube of cheese make.
Yeah.
Like we don't know. We can do many things.
Yes.
I think.
Yeah, definitely.
So.
That would be even harder though from an editing perspective. If people get more unique with their videos than trying to edit them together. Maybe there needs to be some solution where it's like people can actually watch the video that they want to like transition into or something like that. That'd be that would help.
That's true.
Well, speaking of the next video, do you have any plans for that video? Are you thinking about it, or is that pretty far away?
It's pretty far away,
Okay.
so I don't think I will do it now. But maybe do the same, like a video like we did. Would be great, I think, with new tricks, new rider,
Yes.
new places.
I think definitely, especially, it sounds like maybe that will be next year or something.
Mm-hmm.
I think given another year, there's going to be a much larger community, at least we hope, and more riders, and maybe, like you said, a lot more tricks, like even new tricks or something that don't exist yet. So that's going to be cool to see.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Will be good.
So we were gonna save the story, like how Matthew got into free skating.
Oh, so I didn't tell him that. Okay, so we told Marco, hey, we're just gonna do it with Matthew, and it'll be okay. He was like, what? No. He wants to be in it. He wants to talk about your story and everything. So we're gonna do that in a separate, maybe even tomorrow if you're available.
Oh, yeah.
And then we
of
can
course.
kind of
Tomorrow?
edit it into the same video,
Yeah.
maybe.
Oh yeah,
So if that's okay.
yeah.
Yeah, we want to get that
I'm okay for
JMK
it,
Europe representation.
Yeah, that's true.
Cool. So then it's just the video. Let's see. Well, I guess how long to like the question? How long did you spend editing? Like, how long was the whole process from when you started to when you released?
I started to talk about the project of my friend like 14th of April.
Mm-hmm.
And so we made the couple video, and then I publish on 28th April on Instagram. So the process took 1 month approximately, 3 weeks to just have all the videos, and then the editing was like about 15 or 20 hours
Wow.
of editing. Yeah.
How long did you space that out? Like the 20 hours? A few days?
I really wanted to have the video finished, so like in 2 or 3 days I finished.
Nice.
Okay, so lots of editing. So were you editing for like 8 hours at a time, or?
Yeah, I would say 8 hours.
Awesome.
8.
That's
Yeah.
dedication. Love that.
I'm kind of used to it to do like big editing on my channel, so it
Yeah, you have made
was,
a bunch of
was
other
okay
YouTube
fun.
videos, so
I think
not related to freeskate.
I don't know how much this is going to get into the story, but I know you have commented on some videos in the past for both JMK and my channel, and you would always pop up, and I'm like, who is this guy? And then I think one time we were sitting in the office and we pulled up, it was your montage that you posted maybe 2 or 3 months ago, or
with all the trick names.
lots of new tricks.
Oh yeah.
You were on the
50 tricks.
sidewalk doing
50
a lot of crossfoot and all this
50
stuff,
tricks,
the
yeah.
crazy music, and I
Yeah.
was like, what? Like, he's good, what?
Yeah.
Like, it's just crazy. Because I didn't see you on Instagram for a long time. So, yeah. And then,
Oh yeah.
and then you finally got an Instagram.
I wasn't on Instagram. I just wanted to be on YouTube. So, but my friend on the comments said, "You should really come on Instagram. You should come." So at a point, I finally came to
Yeah.
Instagram.
Yeah, we're happy you came on there. Because the community is just growing and growing.
Yeah, Instagram's a big hub for the community for sure. Yeah, I'm dying to know how you discovered free skating, but we'll hold that off until tomorrow.
Yeah. I think Instagram is really great because you can really talk with free skater on this social, but on other we can not really talk like on YouTube on the comments. It's quite hard.
Yeah.
So yeah, Instagram is good for talking.
Yeah, definitely. And during the montage, you had a chat on Instagram, right, with all of the people who were a part of that. I was part of that too. Gets a little noisy at times, but
yeah.
But that's
for
okay.
Sure.
We're a big pre-skate family, and
Yeah.
part of family is annoying each other, right?
Yeah. One thing also I wanted to do the montage, like one do a video and then the next one do the video based on the last video, it was the original idea. But I realized it would be so hard with so many persons, so I changed it and everyone can do whatever they want, but with some rules.
Like one at a time initially.
One at a time, but it will take so long. Yeah.
I remember I sent him a video that wasn't the one that matched with the one previously, because I thought it was just kind of free for all. Like you would need more of the throwing. So
free for all is better.
Welcome to the podcast, guys. Super excited to have you on this podcast. Would love to talk about both of your guys' origin stories and see a little bit of the European perspective on our podcast.
All right.
So let's start with Marco. How exactly did you get into free skating? And just kind of tell us your whole origin story.
The whole origin story. Well, it happened in early 2007. And I don't know how, why, but I somewhere I saw one of those first freeline videos with Maddie and Ryan doing the most incredible things, and I was like, wow, what is this? Because I used to ride on a snakeboard, if you all still know what a snakeboard used to be.
Yeah.
And so when I saw Maddie and Ryan doing all these like things that were not possible on a snakeboard, for example, just a simple 180. It's impossible on a snakeboard without lifting one of the like nose or tail, right? And when I saw them doing this, I was more than stoked. I needed to have one set, and that was in 2007. They were not even being sold in Germany at that time. So I ended up ordering one from some US website, and it took a long time. They got stuck in customs. I had to go to customs and get them out of there, pay money and everything. But it was all worth it. It was, I know, it was amazing for me. And that was then. I was just skating with a few buddies, and at the same time, a few other people started skating in Germany.
Free skating?
And
they were free skating with you?
Yeah. Like, I mean, you guys must know Luke and Mike from back in the days, and Julian is also one of those guys from like days. And that's how it started. That's how free skating started for me.
Nice.
Cool. And then how did that turn into? How does that transition into JMK for you?
Well, that was quite a long ride until JMK, right? I mean, first of all, it was the whole freeline thing going on, the community building up, and everybody was stoked. And at some point, I met the guys, the freeline guys, on a sports like a trade show, the ISPO in Munich.
Okay.
It's one of the biggest sports fairs. And well, freeline was there. I went there. I knew that at that point there was not really a representation of freeline in China. So I went up to them and told them, hey, look, guys, I speak Chinese, I skate, I want to go to China for you guys. And well, of course, it didn't just happen right then, but that's how it started. And a couple months later, they invited me to go to California, where I was hanging out with Maddie and John and everybody. And then another couple of months, they sent me to China. That's how I ended up in China.
That's awesome. That's so cool. So when you were in California, you were down here in San Diego, right?
Of course, yeah. Yeah, we were hanging out in Laguna Beach most of the time. Because, we were staying in a pretty cool house there. But of course, we also went down to San Diego a couple of times, up to Venice Beach, Santa Monica, Huntington.
That's
pretty
awesome.
much, Maddie and me went out skating every day to a different place, and it was good times.
Yeah, we really want to do like another tour like that Freeline did. I guess they went everywhere, didn't they?
Yeah, it's really cool. It's really good times.
That's awesome.
So you made free skate popular in China? That's you?
No,
right?
no. It was already popular. When I came there, it was like vastly more popular than
really?
the Western region. Like I arrived there and there were so many skaters doing the most incredible tricks. No, it wasn't already popular. It had already happened. Just there hadn't been an official representation of freeline in China at that time, and that's what started when I went over there. Yeah.
Okay.
But it was already there was already more skaters than in all the other countries combined. It was quite nuts.
Yeah, China is crazy with all the numbers of people who free skate over there.
Yeah, that's what we wish for the USA and obviously other countries at some point. That's what we're building towards.
Yeah,
so.
hopefully. We've got a long way to go though.
Seriously. And then you just already knew Maddie and John and Kyoki, and then when Freeline was out of the picture.
I mean, I didn't know Kyoki personally until JMK happened, but I knew John and Maddie already knew Kyoki at that time as well. And when I was working with Freeline in China, I started talking a lot to Kyoki, and at some point when Freeline went out of the picture, as he just put it, well, at some point we thought like, okay, let's just do it our own, make our own brand to keep the sport alive, because it was going down.
Yeah. Do you want to tell us a little bit about the Europe side of things? Because I know you said you just went to China. What's the story of free skating, freeline in Europe from a Europe perspective?
Well, I mean, I can only tell you the old stories, you know. I guess nowadays Matthieu will have a much better picture of that, because I've been living in China for the last 8 years, and but back in the days it was so cool. I mean, everybody was super hyped. It was a small community, but a really like a tight one, you know. It was really, really cool. We used to do events, small events. I mean, if you look at what an event is, we had events with 15 people, you know, and but it was good. It was really cool. We had a few cool meetings, and it was good times.
Nice.
Maybe Matthieu tells us what it's like in Europe right now.
Just a question: did you take part at the Walk Is Out tour?
No, at that point I was already in China. That was one of the most hurtful things to me, because that was exactly the time when I was already in China, and freeline had already gone down. Means I had no job, no money, and JMK had not yet started. So I was talking to Kyoki and Maddie and John at that time, and like when Kyoki and Maddie said like yeah we're going down there, I was like I want to go. I couldn't. And the worst thing is that the tour was here in Frankfurt, which is like 15 minutes by car from here, by train from here, and they also went to a skate park, which is like 15 minutes by bike from here, from my house, and I wasn't there.
Dang.
It was so sad. It was.
I've seen the video. That would be awesome to do things like this.
Yeah. So you were not yet skating at that time?
No, it was in 2015, right? The tour.
Yeah.
No, I started in 2017.
That's a perfect transition, Matthieu.
Around.
Take it away.
Yeah.
How did you discover free skating?
Well, I see the Kuma channel. If you know this. So, and one day I ended up checking that Freeskate video, the first one, and I was very amazed. I was stoked that we can stand on this two little things. The first video of in China.
Yeah, super good.
And,
super good.
Yeah, so I bought the drift skates on Amazon.
Okay.
And I began free skating. It was very cool.
Yeah.
And I thought it was impossible for me to ride first, but after I realized it was a lot easier than I think.
Yeah.
How did you learn? Did you watch videos?
In 30 minutes, I was doing the movement quite decently, and in a couple of hours, I was doing the movement right. But I have
That's why he's so good.
Yeah.
Now, 30 minutes.
I was doing a skateboard before, so it helped for sure. So, but yeah, it was cool.
The Matty Tice of France. That's awesome.
Very, very quick learning.
Yeah. And you just learned from online videos or something like that?
Yeah, the Japanese tutorial, if you if you know it, there was English subtitles, so we could learn. But yeah, that was a cool tutorial to learn.
And were you alone? Were you alone skating when you were starting out? Or was
I started with my brother who did skateboarding, and my brothers and sisters who also do free skating. All of my family do free skating now.
Yeah,
Really?
awesome.
We are
That's
5,
awesome.
and they know all of them know how to ride.
What?
So it's cool.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Any falls that they had to? Are there any accidents?
Yeah, I made a video of them doing free skates, and when they learn, do a time lapse, and sometimes they fell, but it was pretty rare.
Nice. That's so cool.
Very cool.
Nice.
It runs in the family.
Yeah. In the beginning, I wanted just to roll around and to roll on free skate, but it was so cool that I keep going and doing tricks.
Yeah.
And I'm still doing it now.
Yeah, you're doing some awesome tricks. So
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, when I saw the first video where I noticed Matthieu in, I was really surprised because he came out of nowhere and was doing all the tricks, everything.
Yeah,
really
I was not really on social in the beginning because I just wanted to have fun and practice like I want. So, and after I joined Instagram and made videos on YouTube. So
yeah, cool, nice.
Cool.
Yeah, we have yet to get Marco to be active on Instagram.
Yeah, me and social media.
You can do it.
I'll try.
So who do you know? Like, what is the current state of free skating in Europe, Matthieu? Do you know?
I went to Paris 1 week to meet a lot of free skaters. I met Steven, who has a channel Paris Urban Ride.
Oh yes.
And he made quite a lot of videos. So Yeah,
Awesome.
there is quite a lot of rider here in Paris. There are the Matthieu Fernandez, who is
Yeah,
a
he's
really great rider too. And there is also
it's the
more.
name, right? It's the name.
What?
It's Mathieu, and Mathieu.
Yes, that's right.
Must be something to it, really.
And there are also more recent rider like Power Freeskater. Yeah,
Where are they
this
based out of?
urban ride. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So that's in France. In other countries, there's Joel and stuff.
Yeah,
In Spain. So
and La Brida
It's good.
in Berlin as well. And,
Yeah.
and you guys are all very close to each other, just across borders.
yeah,
It's kind
that's
of
true.
kind of like the U.S., but instead of states, it's countries, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I wish we could do some more meetups and events in Europe, but of course it's real difficult now with Corona.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Afterwards,
Yeah,
that would be awesome.
I really want to. Or I'd say it would be so awesome if it came back to what it used to be when people, or at least that's how I feel it. I think people used to meet up more back in the days, and I mean it's good that things are coming back now, and I hope we can do much more in the future in Europe as well.
Yes.
Yeah, we need an international Europe competition someday soon, where everybody comes
Yeah.
to Europe. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully one day that would be great. We want to unite all the free skaters of the world.
The community video section of the podcast, we were asking where the name FireSix came from.
Yeah.
Oh. It was a gamer name at first. So with a friend, we wanted to have a name with it's complicated.
Like a
One
cool
name,
like
one name for two people.
Yeah.
So yeah, my friend name was Saf, and my name was Fear, and it was Sapphire.
Fire, yeah.
So
Okay.
my name was Fire, and it was not enough, so I added a 6 on the game too. So that's why
There was
5-6 come from.
There was someone already
Okay.
named Fire, so you had
Yeah.
Bad chance of that.
Yeah. So I decided to just keep that name, and yeah,
That's
I
awesome.
use it all the time now.
Nice.
Simple, but
Yeah, I like it a lot.
I got a question. Matthieu, what's your favorite trick?
my the boneless for sure. I
Boneless.
think, yeah, there is many possibilities with that tricks, like stairs gaps. You can do hand flips. You can do 180. You can do also 180 and hand flips. You can do very good tricks. So
Yeah.
I think that's my favorite tricks. Yeah. And
Nice.
also the kick flip, switch it. I do it a lot.
Those are
Nice.
fun. Those are great.
What about you? Yeah.
My favorite trick ever is the stomp, the simple stomp. Because I think I'll tell you why. The stomp is the best trick because it's the one trick that enables you to really get on your skates fast and to get around this awkwardness in the beginning of putting your skates down, then placing your feet on each skate, and then the stomp just makes it all look more fluently, and that's why I think it's the most useful. It's the most useful trick ever.
I agree. Yeah.
Yes, true.
It's satisfying too when you make contact with the skate at just the right time. The sound is cool.
Yeah.
What about you guys?
Oh.
Jeff and Gabe.
Yeah, it's probably the banana thingy, right? The juggler.
Yeah, I mean,
juggler.
if you can count juggling the skates, like 3 skates, as one trick, then yes, that is my favorite trick.
That was nice.
I've even started to do it with the banana throw, but typically I do it with the throwback or the turnaround. I mean, where your front foot comes behind and throws it. But you could do it with any form of trick that you just like let go of the skate and it comes back to you, so you can juggle on any of those. So that's my favorite.
I would say.
It doesn't have to be a trick that you can do actually.
I'll say two things. So the double flip stomp, so just where the skate flips twice, just to get going, like you were saying. I've gotten that to a point where I do it most of the time where I want to get going somewhere, and I can get it pretty consistent. And it's just fun to land. It's muscle memory at this point, so it's just, and like I was saying earlier, it's satisfying every time my foot comes down. So that one feels really good, as well as the kickflip is going a lot smoother now with months of practicing it. More specifically, front foot kickflip is really fun to do when I land it. And then now I'm trying to like combine it with different tricks, which makes it so much harder. But just the normal kickflip is really fun to do.
Yeah, it's a nice one.
The thing about the kickflip though is when you're practicing it and you miss it and someone sees it and they don't really know about free skating, they're like, why did you even try that? Like it looks like you just screwed up your skate on purpose.
It's definitely one of those tricks that takes longer to master, I think, at least for me. I'm still figuring it out, and I only first tried it back in Wuhan. So it takes a while, but
I think the kickflip is a lot harder than the toe flip. I don't know if you agree, because now the toe flip I do it like every time, but not the kickflip. That's pretty weird.
It's much more difficult to get it consistently, right? To get the kickflip.
Yeah, consistently.
Level,
It is possible to get it consistently. I mean, we had a video from Kevin that's just like kickflips, like just crazy. Yeah. But it takes longer, I think.
Kevin is on another level. For sure. But I would agree. I can't exactly toe flip at all, but that's because I don't practice it. I only practice the kick flip. So I've landed a toe flip a few times, but I need to, put my head down and practice it to learn it.
Kick flip is one of the first tricks I learned, but today I don't do it consistently. But the toe flip, I learned it 2 years after. When I figured out how to do it, now I do it consistently. So
yeah, I totally agree. The kickflip was definitely also one of the first tricks that I just randomly tried when I just started off skating. And I mean, I didn't do like with this the pressure technique that is the one that all the knees do. I came from above and kicked the skate a little bit, and of course you can land it like this one or two times just up pure luck, right? But you're never gonna get it consistently like that.
Yeah.
So
are you saying you just kind of stomp on the edge?
Yeah, just ding. You just like hit it. You pretty much you're standing on the skate, you just lift up your foot and you hit it on hit the edge.
Yeah.
And it also flips, and if you're lucky you catch it, right? But so that I did land a few, like more than 10 years ago, but
it's all one quick motion.
And it's really a flick. Like if you try and do it like a solid or a push, it won't work. If you just do like a flick in that angle, then it really gives it air, I think. Yeah. But I'm still working on getting it consistent. I think I land it more than I miss it these days. So that's at least I'm almost there.
I was just out for a couple of hours. Ting 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 ting. It's tough.
Yeah. What tricks are you guys working on, I guess? That could be another thing.
I'm happy recently that I landed the boneless 180 on the 3 stairs. That was a lot of work. On a couple of days, I tried, but I failed every time. So I'm happy that I landed it now.
Nice.
And I think 6 stairs. Next objective, but that's not for today.
Dang.
6?
Yeah,
Dang.
because I don't have 5. I just have 4 and then 6.
He's
So,
like, I only have this
It's
option.
FireSix. It's FireSix.
yeah.
Yes.
Fire 6 there.
Dang. The
Nice.
knees that you need to have.
6 there is a lot.
I guess it's also pretty hard on the ankles, not only on the knees when you fly down 6 stairs.
Yeah, that's why I have ankle guards and a wrist protector.
I have them on my
Everything.
ankle. I have them on my
Okay.
ankle right now.
I should show it.
I don't know if I can show you.
Nice.
They're the best.
We're going to wrap up the podcast here. So we'll say thank you guys very much for joining us on the podcast. Super,
Thank you.
Yeah, super stoked to have you.
Yeah,
Really exciting for the future of JMK and free skating in general in Europe. So
Yeah.
thank you too. For the amazing skates we have and for the community, that's awesome.
awesome. Yeah, it's awesome to have you guys on here. So
All right. Well, thanks so much for joining, guys.
Thank you.
Peace.
Bye.
Yes.